dropped off at the depots. This is where they come. So they're collected by DEH every 2 to 3 days from those depots and dropped off here. So that's metal cans, plastic bottles, paper and cardboard, and glass bottles as well.
And now if I have these types of items and I just throw them in my bin, would those items ever make it to this point, or would they? Do I need to actually put them in the recycling bin for them to make it to the recycling point?
Yeah, if you put any of these items in your bin at home, they'll be collected as part of the residential collections and would end up in the landfill. You need to sort those materials at home, store them in small containers, whatever you have available, and drop those off at the depots. If you drop those off at the depots, they will end up here.
How can the public make your job easier? I imagine this takes quite a long time to sort through.
Perhaps they could discipline themselves and educate themselves on what needs to be recycled, type 1 and type 2. So everything else just goes to the waste. So they don't necessarily have to take it out their house, they can just leave it for collection and just bring type 1 and type 2. It's mostly water bottles and soda bottles, milk jugs and laundry detergent that we get a bulk of that they stay clean. But then it's some miscellaneous items that might end up being one or two that they might not necessarily know. Okay. But they just assume that because the shape or the color or whatever, that you just put everything else in there. But they could just try to discipline themselves and figuring out what is type 1 and type 2. Yeah. And then the rest of it is just waste.
How many containers are we sending of recycled material off island, in a month, or?
I want to say every 3 months we're shipping off recyclable items. When you said containers per month for recycling, because we recycle so many different stuff, so it all depends on which one of the items you're actually talking about. Yeah. And you have the yearly record report, so you can see it from that basically. Yeah. But I want to say that every 3 months at least we're shipping off recycled items off island.
And in that shipment, is that a container full?
Containers full.
Several containers full?
Yes.